Hello everyone. Let's continue our next topic, that is use case process fault. In the previous video, we have completed this process fault, and what is? Let me briefly explain about what is a processing the hold. A process hold is nothing but, suppose if you are having any book, if you want to carry forward that, or if you want to hold that book, then for that, if the system is taking the book ID and processing the hold on that particular book, so that is called as a process hold. So you are entering the book ID and you are entering the user ID and how many days or how many months you want to place a hold. So that if you are entering, so by these information you are processing the hold on a particular book. So this is what is explained in this use case process hold. We'll continue the explanation for the next slide. That is use case remove books. Renew books. Sorry, it's a renew books. A member takes a request to several renew several of the books that he or she has currently checked out. So he wants to request to renew the books. So the person comes to the library, clerk issues a request to renew the books. when uh, so when he or she will submit the books, the system asks for the first the member ID. Okay, so when a clerk enters the ID into the system, the clerks checks the member record to find out which books the member has checked out. If there are none, the system prints an appropriate message and exits. Otherwise, it moves to step 6. So, what is that step 6? We'll see. The system displays the title of the next uh, book checked out to the member and asks whether the book should be renewed. So suppose if you want to renew the book for another 2 months and all, so then the same title or the same ID has to be entered once again. So ID of the book is unique over here. So therein the clerk has to enter, and that will be the response from the system. The clerk replies yes or no. So when a clerk replies yes, so then the system attempts to renew the book using rule number 4. So what is that rule number 4? The rule number 4 is over here. A book is renewable if it has no hold on it. If it has no hold on it, then only you can able to renew that book and reports the result. If the system has displayed all checkouts books, it prints that and exits. Otherwise, the system goes to step 6. So if at all some of the books are still remaining, so then it will go to the step 6. And if all the books have been checked out, so then the process ends and you can conclude the use case renew books. Okay, until you submit all the books with the user ID, then you will be prompting to step number 6. And when all the books are renewed, so then you can say that that's a completion of the renew books. So the same thing, the rule table is over here, and whenever you are using a renew book, whenever you are using a hold on a particular book, so at that time this rule table will help you in explaining. So this is the rule table, and made a separate slide for this. Okay, and let us see the next topic. What are UML diagrams? UML diagrams are those diagrams wherein you will be having certain classes, and here we have come across the library information system. As you know, in the library information system, several things goes like there will be a library, there are students, there are books. Some activities goes between the library and the students, library staff and the students, and the machine will be involved in processing the activity, and all those can be explained by using the UML diagram. UML stands for Unified Modeling Language, or even you can say that Unified Modeling Language. That too, it uses certain conventions between those items which we have already discussed. That too with a certain notations it will explain. So mainly we have a library system, and you will be having a member. Members will be having certain fields. So that is member ID. Every member, if at all you want to be a member of a library, you will be given a member ID, name, address, and a phone number that we already know. That is UML diagram, or it is even called as a class diagram even. And how this, what is the relationship between the library and the member is, see, one library maintains a collection of books. One library, because we'll be having only one library, and many members will be there. It's not like one member will be having one library, another member will be having another library. That's not the case. But when you will be having a library information system, there will be n number of members. So that's why there is a star mark over here, there a member, several members will be enrolled with the library. That is why here it is written as a one. Okay. Book, when you come across a book will be having certain fields. We just have a row over here, that is book ID will be the title and the author. With these three fields, a book can be identified. And here also you can see that library maintains a collection of books. That's why at the book section there is a star mark and one library. And UML diagram shows the association of library and the book. One member borrows several books. It's not one member borrows only one book from the library. Member field, what all the fields will be having, you know that. Book, how many fields will be having, you know that. What is the relationship between a member and the book is, one member borrows several books, and many members also borrows several books also. But here, by taking into consideration one member, it is being explained right now. And UML diagram showing the association borrows between member and the book. And UML diagram shows the association holds between member and the book. Member, several members holds several books. Okay. Here this is a UML diagram shows association. What is the association? So this is the association. Association holds, association is holds between member of a library and the book. Book means there will be several members, and several members will not hold a single book. Several books will be, they will be holding. Conceptual class and their association. Conceptual class means, till now we have seen a member class, book class, library class, and these are the some of the classes we have seen. So how these are associated with, so we'll see systematically. Library maintains a collection of members, so that's why over here there is a star. Library maintains a collection of members. And next, member holds or borrows certain books, and that's why this is an activity over here. This is a activity, and the due date will be specified whenever a member borrows a book. And members hold several books. Many members holds several books. And the date, what is the meaning of date means, how many days he is holding that book. So that's why a date is a uh, association which comes between the member and the book. And between member and the book, with respect to borrow, there is a due date present over here. Library maintains a collection of books. So there will be one library, several books will be there in a library. So library maintains a collection of books. So this is a conceptual class and their associations. So hope this is clear. And in the interaction class, we'll see, if you have any doubts, just you have to go through the video. And many of you are well aware of the library information system, because when you have come to seventh semester, enough experience you'll be having, number of times you'll be visited to the library. So you'll be having knowledge. Even the same thing is repeated over here, and that too with a diagram. And we'll see the next slide. Okay. Sequence diagrams of adding a new book. Sequence diagrams are those diagrams wherein sequence of events happens between the library, a member list, and the user interface. What is this user interface? User interface is the interface wherein the clerk will be interacting with the user, interacting with the machine, not user. The clerk will be interacting with the machine, and there will be one software wherein uh, the processing happens. So here we have a software named library information system and a member list. From there, the data will be queried, and in the same way, we shall proceed these sequence diagrams even, and we'll come to know that how the sequence diagrams work for sequence of sequence diagram for adding a new book, sequence diagram for adding books. New books is different. Sequence diagram for adding the books. Sequence diagram for issuing a book. Issuing a book means you are taking the book from the library, and a sequence diagram for returning the book. Returning a book is nothing but whenever a person brings the book, at the time he wants to uh, return that book to the library. For that, it is sequence diagram for removing books from the library. This is, and sequence diagram for printing a member's transaction, whatever the transaction he has done between the date specified, so that has to be printed. Sequence diagram for placing a hold on a book. So this is important, and placing a hold is something which you are not aware of probably, because when the time comes up you need to go, and yes, you'll be renewing the book, so you might not have come across place a hold on a book. And sequence diagram of for processing the hold. So whatever the uh, interaction diagrams or whatever the use case diagrams were there, the same concept is there, but it is in a sequential manner, one after the other, with a dashed line. It is explained over here, and sequence diagram for removing a hold on a book. So till this, let us cover in the next video. Thank you.